Hello out there, you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear, listening in to another Why You Know Game video. And yes, I know I've talked a lot about Sonic, and I've talked about this game several times before, but this time I decided to go ahead and approach it from a different angle. Instead of having a recreation of Sonic R in 3D with like the Hedgehog engine and making it more similar to Sonic Adventure 2, as far as play style, I was thinking more something along the lines of doing what they did with Sonic Mania with the competition mode, but expanding it and making it play online as well as single player, but make the whole game dedicated to the racing format. Instead of it being a normal Sonic, 2D Sonic, where you're just running and trying to get through the level and beat the boss. This time around, you're running just to run and beat the competition through multiple different paths of a level, multiple different character paths, as well as just different paths that everyone can take together. And that actually, to me, would be a cool idea to incorporate into a 2D Sonic game, where your collection of rings isn't just for your protection, but you can use those rings in level to open up shortcuts and pathways that you don't normally take. Or if you have a specific character with a specific ability, they can use their abilities to get through certain obstacles that other characters cannot, to give them their own advantages in the levels and stuff like that. And that would actually be a pretty cool concept to go with. But like in me playing the competition mode on Sonic Mania with my kids constantly, and I've looked like this would be cool. So if they decided to go ahead and take like how they start off the time attack mode, which is what you're going to be watching on the screen, is me just doing time attack runs on some of the levels and stuff like that. You'll see that it starts off with the little start line for you to start behind, and then once you get to the end of the level, it has the goal sign that you can reach. And it's not the exact same goal sign as the normal Sonic one. It's just, well, actually, I think it is this same goal sign. But if they did it that way, that'd actually be a cool way to go ahead about redoing Sonic R. But like, because I'm tired of like Sonic racing games where Sonic is in a vehicle or on a hoverboard. Not to say that those games are bad, because looking at Sonic and Sega All Stars, or Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed, those are pretty good games. But I want Sonic in his element the way he's supposed to be. And I'm going to keep harping on it until I actually see it happen. But I believe that with Christian Whitehead work behind the game and the controls and sitting down and taking his time and plotting it out, it could be done. And it could be a fun, entertaining experience in a 2D Sonic game. The only thing that Sega would really have to work on is setting it up for online multiplayer, because this would be something that I think would need an online multiplayer mode for people to be able to play together and race and stuff like that. And they can set it up the score system set it up the same way they do something like Team Sonic Racing, which is coming out this year. They could do that. And it would be interesting, like where you have your tiers and stuff and everybody's racing and things like that. And every character has a dedicated set speed. So not everybody moves the same speed. But that's why you have different advantages to the characters when they can do certain things that allow them advantages in levels that other characters don't. Or if you have enough rings on you, you can take a shortcut that once you open it, that shortcut is open for everyone, just like in Sonic R. But you don't have to necessarily have that shortcut in order to complete the race. And if you have your particular character with their particular abilities and they're the only ones that can reach where they go, cool. Plus, then they can do this. They can add into this and incorporate how Sonic R allows you to collect the emeralds, where the emeralds are in the level and you have to find them, but you have to complete the race and win in order to get the emeralds. Again, I'm all for it. I would like that. And then as you complete races, it builds up a ring total. And you can use your ring totals in-game, in a shop in-game, to unlock other characters. And you have to play through with all these characters and collect the emeralds with all of these characters to unlock super forms for those characters. With the exception of, I guess robots. Unfortunately, I don't know if that would necessarily not be doable because we have seen a semi supersonic using the Master Emeralds in Sonic 3, so that is canon to the lore. But I would think that those, no, I guess you could have them have super form. So yeah, I guess everybody could have a super form, like if they really wanted to do it. To me, that would be entertaining. Like you could have him multiple different characters. So you could have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Cream, Shadow, Rouge, Mighty, Ray. Have Eggman in his carrier. Have an egg robot or a specialized egg robot. One of the ones from Sonic Mania. Or all of them, doesn't make a difference. You can have Metal Sonic, Metal Knuckles, the Tails doll, which is creepy as hell, and then metalized versions of all the other characters, which that would actually be quite interesting. Like, because you could have a pretty big roster there, and you can take characters like Bark and I almost said Beat. I almost said Beat. I know this character's name. I said Bark, like you know what I'm talking about. Bean, not Beat. I don't know. I was thinking Beat for some reason. I was like crossing over Mega Man with Sonic, but you got Bark and Bean and other characters like that, and have them like not everybody should be extremely fast like Sonic, but they all should have a decent amount of speed. They shouldn't be slow in any way, shape, or form. You can put a character in like Silver or whatever. Like again, this is just something to open up the possibilities for a lot of different characters to be playable and to have it be fun. And have up to 8 racers racing at one time on a level. Unless they really wanted to push it and like push like maybe 12, which actually 12 wouldn't be bad. That way you could have a lot of characters, but I'd say it'd have to start off like where the races start off small, and as you unlock more characters, they get bigger and bigger, so you have more competition. Thinking, like to me, I like the idea. I like the concept of that happening, or just set it up so that like when you collect all the emeralds through the levels, you can play with the base character starting off, and then you reach a certain number of rings, and then like Sonic Mania, you hit the Y button and transform. That would be cool too. I'd be all for that one. Thinking. Is there anything else? Because to me personally, that would be quite fun, be interesting, and on top of that, it would fit the format that I would like to see for a Sonic racing game. And on top of that, it'd be 2D, so it wouldn't have to have as much work put into it to navigate. I mean, to make up the levels and stuff like that. But then they could take all of the levels from Sonic R and make 2D versions of those levels for this game, as well as do renditions of other levels for this game. Just like take what level is it? Is it Speed Highway? Take the Bad Future from Speed Highway and use that as part of a race for Sonic. But like, there are a lot of levels in Sonic games that would be good for a Sonic racing type of game if they were just tweaked a little bit. And a Stardust Speedway, not Speed Highway. Gosh, I mixed them up. Stardust Speedway Zone, Bad Future and stuff like that. Like that would be cool for it. So I'm like, and if it was me in charge, I would take a couple levels from each Sonic game in general. So yeah, you would have a 2D version of Speed Highway, then you'd have a Stardust Speedway Zone, and you'd also have like a Quartz Quadrant from Sonic CD. Already named the level from there. Then take a Lava Reef Zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or Sonic and Knuckles, depending on how you want to look at it. Have the Ice Cap Zone from Sonic 3. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. But like, there's a lot of levels that they have stuff to pull from, that they can make a 2D version of that level and throw it in there and make it suitable for racing, and give all the characters different paths and stuff that they can take. Like some characters would be able to go the same places, but not everyone would be able to go the same way. But like Sonic would not be able to take a path that's dedicated to Knuckles. But then you'd have a character like Rouge who could, because they have similar abilities and stuff like that. Or maybe Tails could take the path also because he can fly, even though he can't stick to a wall, which is fine, but because you don't want it to be too high anyhow. You want to have characters be able to get through it pretty quickly. So it has to have a focus on speed, but also maneuverability and capability of characters in order to like make the levels fun and interesting, on top of making them very Sonic 2 like, but retaining the racing feel to the levels, which again, I like that idea. So, I mean, not all the stages would have to be set up so that you have multiple paths, like a whole crap ton of different paths. Like some of them can just be simple with one or two additional paths, and everybody just has to race to get through it and avoid obstacles and not get hurt and stuff like that. Like that would be perfectly fine. Then they could throw in like Sonic coins and stuff like that, which will also be cool. Like you collect enough of the coins, like you unlock like different artwork and stuff like that, and different information about characters and stuff. Like, which that's my forte. I like that type of stuff. Like, so it wouldn't be a problem to me, but I know for a good deal of people, they'd be like, well, I'm not necessarily worried about the Sonic coins as long as I can do all the other stuff in the game. Like, so again, fine by me. They could also use it to allow you to unlock different versions of tracks or remixes of tracks and stuff like that. And that would be pretty cool too. And there are plenty of people who do remixes of Sonic and Sega music. So, I mean, again, opportunity is there. It's sitting in front of everybody's face. Why not do it? But I guess I've really talked enough about it. I don't have a whole lot more I really want to add. I just wanted to get the thought out there because, again, it was something that interested me. And I would like to see it. So, I mean, hey, Christian Whitehead, Sega, the idea is out there. If you guys want to take it and roll with it, I'd be like, I don't care. Like, I would just like to see it happen. But that's it. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me. And until the next time, please enjoy your games and peace out.